Sports is brought to you by Denim Chrysler.
To really experience a world-class Dodge and Chrysler automobile,
you have to drive it.
Visit Denim Chrysler Lloydminster today.
To be an MMA fighter, it takes years of training to get to the top. And in this week's edition of Superstar Next Door, Matt Schumont caught up with one of the fighters who got that opportunity.
Mitch Clark has had a successful start to his MMA career. Boasting a 9-1 record, Mitch says fighting is something he strives to be the best at, but it's outside the octagon where Mitch would like to see himself ending up.
Eventually the plan is to become a coach. You always have a little piece of the sport with me at all times. Quite frankly, I think I'm a better coach than a fighter, so hopefully this just is going to make me a better coach later on.
After winning his first 9 fights, Mitch received a call from the UFC to fight in Toronto. He says there is so much to absorb before fighting on the biggest stage in MMA.
It just stimulates all the senses, you know, the lights, you know, the terrible music I chose, you know, people screaming because I was local, Bruce Buffer saying your name, Big John McCarthy's my referee. It's a lot to take in.
Not going as planned, Mitch suffered his first loss at UFC 140, but there is a lot he could take away that will make him a better fighter in the future.
Since I've come back from there, a lot of my skill set has sharpened up, and I feel better about even the fight. I haven't even watched the whole fight yet because I'm embarrassed, but hopefully next time have a better result.
Mitch hopes to return to the UFC later this year, but there's a few things he would like to get done first before returning to the octagon.
To be honest, I just want to have a fight scheduled, train properly, get the training camp in, and have a little bit more focus in my life.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Brought to you by your local BRP dealer. Power Merchants of St. Paul, Norsask of North Battleford, and RecTech Power Products of Lloydminster, your local BRP dealers.
Now, during the Toronto Maple Leafs trip out to the West, General Manager Brian Burke took the chance to go out to visit Four Wing Cold Lake. As Clayton Brown explains, he visited the Art Smith Aviation Academy and had a strong message for the students.
Grade 3 to 8 students were treated to a rare and exciting opportunity as they met the general manager of one of the most storied hockey franchises in Canada.
It was an amazing opportunity. I could barely sleep last night, honestly. I was pretty stoked. My dad's pretty jealous.
We got him to sign my great-grandfather's scrapbook.
Burke spoke to some of the students in the school, passing on a message to the kids about the importance of education.
The number one cornerstone thing we look for is character. We try and identify people that will get better, that will work hard, that will be good teammates. And I think it's important for kids to hear that message, that character is important. And part of that is academic performance.
At first I thought you didn't really need an education to be in hockey, but not today I found out you do, and it's pretty good to be a straight-A student.
When you've got someone who's graduated from Harvard Law School and has pursued a career in hockey, it is an inspiration.
This is Burke's second visit to Four Wing Cold Lake, and he says he has more and more admiration for the members of the Canadian Forces.
My respect for the military and for this base grows every time I come, and you just realize the important work that's done, how hard people work, and how important the job is. It's very impressive.
Burke's previous visit was in 2004 during Maple Flag. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap Sports.
Now, we wanted to mention the Lloydminster Bandits were playing Game 1 of their best-of-5 series against the Vermilion Tigers. The Bandits, unfortunately, fell short 5-3, losing Game 1. Of course, they did really kick things off earlier in the season, taking pretty much the majority of those meetings against Vermilion. Game 2 will be played tomorrow.
The Bandits lost the game in the first dozen minutes, giving up 3 goals on the first 4 shots. Despite having 7 players average a point per game in the regular season, the Bandits were never able to mount a consistent forecheck. It's a problem they chalk up to being unprepared.
I thought our first 10 minutes were terrible, and yeah, you know, it's something we need to work on, is being better focused coming out of the gates, and yeah, it just wasn't a great effort from our guys. We just weren't good from the net out. Our defensively, we weren't good, and didn't score enough goals.
Well, they just upped the tempo, and we were still in regular season mode, I guess. Couldn't get pucks deep, and they're a hard-working team, crash and bang. Just got to be focused for next game.
The whole D zone in general, we flipping pucks up the middle when we should be using the boards or the glass. Just sloppy play in the D zone all around.
Newman says the team needs to play with more grittiness and discipline if the team's going to see any success on the road against Vermilion Friday night. Emmett Murphy, Newcap Sports.
In the AJHL, the Lloydminster Bobcats will face the Camrose Kodiaks in their penultimate game. Puck drop is at 7:30, and the Bonnyville Pontiacs will wrap up their season with a pair of games against the Spruce Grove Saints starting at 7 p.m. Now, when Scott Manners was in high school, he dreamed of playing in the Brier. And now that dream has become a reality for the Lloydminster native as he will represent Saskatchewan on curling's biggest stage.
This is the first time I made it out of a men's north as a skip. So, I mean, to take that and run with it and then to get to the Tankard and win it is special feelings for sure. But
it's been a magical run for Scott Manners and his team of Mike Armstrong, Ryan Dice, and Tyler Lang, who shocked many to capture the provincial title. And they'll be looking to do the same in Saskatoon.
I know what we're capable of doing once we get into our zone and do that, and that's all you can hope for. During Brier Week, there's always one team that gets hot, and you just hope it's you.
I think going into the Brier, we just got to take it like it's just another tournament, and we're there to play games, so we're just going to do what we've been doing.
Calm, collected, and confident. The foursome look poised for another run, and it doesn't hurt to add depth to a team as Carl DeConnick-Smith joins the fold.
Our dynamic together to try and help each other out. I think he'll lean a little on me sometimes, and I'll just try and stay out of the way as much as I can, and if there's something maybe that he's missing, maybe I can help him out with that. So
Carl brings a whole new sense of calm and just a real good sense of well-being to what we've accomplished and what we've created already. He's a good Saskatchewan farm boy, and never hurts to have another one of those on the team. So I know I'll be in good company, and everybody will be as well.
Of course, you can't talk about the Brier in Saskatchewan without mentioning Rick Folk in 1980, the last time this province has seen a Brier champion. Manners is familiar with the pressure and takes it in stride.
It's been a while since the Leafs won a Stanley Cup. What was it, 1967 to now? And there's teams that have that issue. I don't see Saskatchewan as having that issue. We've had superior representation over the last 10 years and even beyond that. So it's going to be great. I'm just glad it's me.